there everyone, it's Mimo here and I am back for another dose of this All Out War number 6. These are the first 4 stages for Act number 3. We will continue here with the fight between Negan and his peeps and Rick and the Hilltop. And basically what we're doing here with this team is we're having a team led by Shane. As promised, I will keep this team all 4 stars, so we've got a team led by Shane there, and then we've got Joshua, Andrea, Chuck, and Molly, sorry. So basically with this team, we're going in with a neutral leader skill, and that is that you can mix melee and also range people and they still benefit from that leader skill. Shane does the plus 15% HP for all players, and then the plus 20% against ranged. So basically he's just got one of those neutral leader skills which isn't specific to either melee or range. So if you ever want to mix up a team, them sort of leaders are always good. Omid's another one that has a neutral one with the plus 20% defense for all the teammates. There's very few leaders you can actually find that have neutral leader skills in regards to benefiting all team members regardless of their traits or whether they're ranged or melee. So basically that's why I chose him, because I wanted to mix up a few other ones. I brought in Andrea because she is a big hitter. She'll be my big hitter along with Joshua, and of course Chuck is another big hitter, and then I've just got my healer in there. Now I typically say it's always nice to bring in a couple of healers to keep things flowing, so that they can alternate, so when one's going off the other one is, and just constantly updating your health. I took the risk here of only bringing the one, being that I had that plus 15% HP leader skill of Shane. I think that will be good enough, and if it's not really enough, I can sort of make up for that with my battle items. As you see there, I've got the tear and nerve gas, the smelling salts, and the replenishers. So using the replenishers and also smell and salts, if something goes a bit wrong, I can sort of keep my health going with those 2 things and keep these players alive. Now, I'm not expecting it to be overly easy, but not overly hard either. I think this team is more than capable of handling this stage quite well. All you got to do with these when they've got these mixed trait sort of things is make sure you taking advantage of your trait. Now I usually say if you can bring in 2 trait teams, it makes it a lot easier, because it makes you vulnerable against less traits, but it also makes you stronger against a trait, 2 traits, so that you're able to kill them that bit quicker. So if you possibly can set up a 2 trait party, then do that, whether you want blues and reds or greens and yellows or vice versa, or the other way around. Whatever way you want to go for it. I've sort of done a blue and green thing here, but do have Molly in there as the healer, just basically because I chose her as a healer and she unfortunately wasn't a green or a blue. But if I wanted to, I could have brought in a blue healer and a green healer, but most of my green and blue healers are pretty much 5 stars, and I want to keep this 4-star trait. Now what I'm doing here is I'm not actually using my battle items at this moment. I'm trying to use my rushes along with using those trait bonuses against other traits to get rid of them that quicker. 4-star Andrea is absolutely amazing with that down of the defense. She can make a very big difference to your team. She's probably one of the better 4 stars out there. There are quite a good lot of 4 stars. I've got actually a few of the better 4 stars in this team. You know, Molly's one of the best 4 stars. Chuck's another great one. Andrea's another great one. There's quite a few nice 4 stars that even Joshua is another nice 4 stars. So, you know, I guess this team is almost the top of the line 4 stars you can get. Shane is okay. He's not too fantastic. You wouldn't put him in that top of the line 4 star. But Molly, Chuck, Andrea and Joshua definitely put in the top drawer of those 4-stars. They are absolutely great. Molly is one of the best healers you'll ever find in the 4-stars. Her rush is absolutely amazing, how quick it goes off. You know, you pair her with a meat cleaver, or I've now got her paired with a ice pick that has a large boost to AP that I've modified in my armory, and it's just absolutely amazing. She goes off like crazy. Chuck's another great one. Fast AP, goes off like crazy. You give him a reinforced katana, he will go off like there's no tomorrow. Joshua is quite a nice little 4-star to have. He's got quite a bit of nice damage. He's really handy when it comes to those teams full of fast. He can get rid of them a few quick and easy. And like I said, Andrea with that double banger and downing of the attacks, absolutely brutal. She gets me through a lot of these stages, and also saves you a few of those battle items, because she does down the attack there and you're not having to use them. But like I said, all I'm doing here is basically hitting my way through it. So I'm not trying to get through it quickly. I'm just trying to preserve my items. Not that I have to, because I've got plenty, but I just do it that way. I struggle through the first early stages, and then the later ones I just go all out, rock hard, and try and get it through as quick as possible. But like I said, what you got to try and do here, and the reason why I always say bring in those 2 trait teams, is that you can focus on the opposite trait and get rid of them fairly quickly, and you know, the less people hitting you, the better. So that's what I try and do. I try and bring the 2 traits. Here I predominantly have blues and greens and the 1 fast there, but as you'll see and have seen, that Molly dies a few times just purely because she is the one odd trait out. She's targeted by all the strongs when they come in and is very easily killed, where if you have the few traits, so you have the predominant, say green and then blue, or green and yellow, then it sort of levels out the amount of attack and damage they're going to take. So that's when you're more likely going to be able to keep your players alive and things like that. And that's the reason why I love these 2 trait sorts of things. Now we've just moved back to zombies, so we'll bring back a Denise team here, led by Denise, so plus 16 crit by Denise there. And then we've got, just sticking to that leader skill there and bring in all melee, so we got Michonne, we got Sadiq, Glenn, and also Heath. Most of these 4-stars are actually fairly easily attainable 4-stars. The ones I've been using, they've either been used like given away in roadmaps, so 1 in roadmaps, or they're pretty common in when you do roll. They're pretty common, like Glenn comes out like there's no tomorrow, Denise comes out, Michonne, they always come out, Sadiq, they always come out for me. You can also win them in training grounds as well. So these guys are a team that's fairly widely available. So, you know, there's probably someone out there that has at least one of these players right here. So, you know, I guess what I sort of wanted to show is that you don't need all these big hitting 5-stars to get through these stages. You only need a nice team of 4-stars, and they will get you through pretty much the majority of all roadmap missions and all these special events winning characters. A nice 4-star team fully maxed out can still get you to an S1 plus. So, you know, you only really need those 5-stars to jump up into that S1 plus mark. I remember having a mixture of 4-stars maxed out, and they got me an S1 plus. So it is possible to still get a very high rating 4-star team. It does depend on the stats they have, so not all 4-stars maxed out will get an S1 plus, but there are a fair few different combinations you can have. So that was the first 4 stages, still fairly comfortably done there, not too hard at this early stage here. As I said, I'm not bringing a extremely tough team. There's no 5s in this team, just my 4s that are upgraded, so hopefully it should keep this way all the way through. As always, thanks for watching.